What is up, Skate Rats? So today I'm playing with Willys. I think Willy is one of those tricks that gets shitted on a lot because, one of the biggest things it's called is like a lazy man's crook or a flaccid crook. And it's just one of those things where it's like, if you could crooked grind, why do a Willy? And I'm kind of always on the fence about things like that. I do respect a crook a little bit more than a Willy, but it also depends on what trick you're doing. And I'm big on try everything, learn everything, and always be progressing in any way you can. So today I made a list of some Willys that I haven't done because I ended up having a ton of fun when I learned how to Willy to board slide. So I'm going to warm up with a couple different Willy variations I've already done, and then we're going to jump right into battling out some of these new ones. I'm sorry about all the background noise in here. My fan's going because it's really warm. Like, I'm 10 minutes into the session. It is about to get a lot hotter. But let's figure out some of these Willys. So the first one is fakie 270 backside Willy to fakie. So I've done it with like the full 360 before, and I've done Willy to fakie. So I don't imagine this one's going to be super hard. That's why it's the first one on my list. So we're going to try to get this. My guess is, as long as I pay attention to what my body's doing, under 5 tries. So it took me 3 tries to land the first one, 2 tries to land the second one. So we're off to a great start. The next one is windshield wiper. So that is going from Willy to Willy. And I feel like if I do frontside Willy to backside Willy, it will work a little better as long as I treat it like a rock and roll. So if you think about rock and roll, when you go up into the rock part of it, you're already turning your head around, and you don't actually really watch your deck touch the ramp once you get confident at it. So my thought process is, if I turn my head and just guess where the wheelie needs to be, I should be able to whip it around without falling in the ramp, but we're gonna find out. My guess is 10 tries. But this one I'm not sure about. Hey, that's 7. Now that I've proven I can take 2 Willys at once, now I want to prove, can I take the same Willy twice? I'm going to try to do backside Willy to rock, back to backside Willy. This one is probably going to look really goofy, but it's definitely kind of teaching me control and the ability to move around the coping and kind of dance on it a little bit. So it's definitely helping me out in those aspects. Alexa, pause music. I forgot to give my prediction. My prediction is 15 tries. So that ended up taking a total of like 15 tries total for both of them. Definitely a goofy trick, but it definitely kind of feels cool to be able to move around and do 3 different things before I come back into the ramp. But at this point, I've barely just touched any of these Willys. Now, I'm actually going to hold a few of them. I'm sorry, it's just, there's certain tricks in skating that just make you giggle even as a grown man. And Willy is one of them for me. Maybe you guys just think I'm dumb. But what I'm going for now is backside Willy into back disaster, meaning that I actually do have to, probably not snap a pop, but hold it at least long enough to get like a quick pivot whip into it. And I think I can do this one. I'm not gonna lie, that took over 60 tries. It pretty much was just like figuring out the nuances, how to stall it nice, the speed of my shoulders, having to rotate them, and then kind of just putting all that together. But once I did land it, the reason I did 3 of that one is because they were rapid fire after that, and I just wanted to make sure mentally I had them down. Now we're gonna try to take on the front side ones, which seem a lot more difficult. But hopefully I can do it in less than like 75 total tries. This one went by astronomically faster, which is crazy because this one in my head mentally was a lot scarier. But I did it third try, and then I did it fourth try, which you guys would have already seen, those 2 first clips. The third one took about another 10 tries, and then I did a couple of those in a row off camera, just because I'm trying to learn these for a specific reason, which I'll tell you at the end of the video. But I really wanted to stall one and then up into disaster. The second one I did, maybe even the first one, I didn't watch that one, but the second one I did, I immediately tapped it and pivoted in. So I wanted to slow it down just a little bit. Now I am on to the last one, which I'm gonna go over to the ramp and kind of explain fully what I'm trying to do. Watching Dan Corrigan's Tampa Am videos, Andy Anderson kept doing nollie back 180, or nollie I guess 270 into sugarcane. And I watched it and I was like, that looks really cool, but I'm not the best at nollie backside into mini ramps, but I'm pretty good at fakie frontside, which is obviously the switch version of that. So the goal is to do fakie frontside, bring it all the way around to a wheelie, and then try to hopefully stall it for at least a second before coming back in. I don't know, once again, if I'm going to come in full 360 or if I'm going to end it and come in fakie. It depends on how my momentum feels. But if I could stall that for even a second, I'd feel pretty good. And that's the last thing I'm trying today. So hopefully, 10 tries. I shut the fan off to do the outro, so I need to get out of here as fast as I can. It is so humid right now, I'm struggling to breathe, even though I'm in some pretty decent shape. I'm sorry if I annoyed you with all the Willy jokes. Like I said, it's just kind of funny and goofy to make the jokes. But the last trick, I'm a little bummed out. I really wanted to get it to fakie, but that last slam aggravated some bruises I've had for a few days now that really suck. So that's kind of where I'm calling it. But I did accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish, which is awesome. You know, you don't always get to say that in every session. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And as always, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, really sorry about the fan. It was just, trust me, it was necessary. Have a great day and keep pushing forward, guys.